welcome to the online English class sponsored by OSEPA in the Department of Schools and Mass Education, Government of Odisha. How are you, children? You must be very fine all the time as usual, taking care of your health and your studies as well. I know that. Okay, today is the seventh session that we are in. Isn't it, children? We have been continuing a particular topic for a long period of time, and it seems to be the last episode. Okay, children? Now, you must have remembered the topic, the title of the topic. What's that? That's the Festivals of Northeast India, written by Dr. Rajesh Verma. Isn't it? Yes. So in the first 5 episodes, first 5 sessions, we discussed about the entire topic consisting of 16 paragraphs. We went on paragraph after paragraph to know about the different festivals in the 8 different states of Northeast India, the northeastern part of our country. And in the 6th session, that is the last session, we could understand how to attempt answers to the subjective questions. Don't you remember? Yes, I suppose. Now it's time to go into the objective part. Now here is a class, special class, in which we are going to know about the techniques to be adopted to attempt all the multiple choice questions, objective questions. As you know, objective questions are closed-ended questions. Closed-ended, they have a definite and precise answer. Only one is the answer. There are various types of objective type of questions, but for you, for the purpose of examination, it is better to know and concentrate on one particular objective type of question, that is multiple choice questions, because those are the questions which you are going to face in the examination. You have to tackle with in the examination. So closed-ended questions they are. That means the question has only one answer. You will be given 4 options in the examinations. 3 of them are not so appropriate, and 1 is the most appropriate and the correct one, and you have to choose that one. So in order to be able to attempt all the answers, all the objective type of questions, the multiple type of questions successfully, you need to be thorough about the topic. Now here is a topic, the festivals of Northeast India, and you have to go into the topic meticulously, in a very detailed way, so that you will be able to attempt all the questions that are set from this topic. Now, I am trying to the best of my ability to make you able to attempt any answer, any question that comes in the examination related to this topic. Okay, I will be giving you so many examples, and before that, let us be conversant, let us be acquainted with all the different terminologies, terms, the different words that relate to the topic. Okay, now you must have seen that. Now I have enlisted them. Let's now fresh our memory. For a long time we have been studying this topic, and I suppose and I hope that all my children bear all those terms in their minds, and still, for their convenience, I am giving you. Look at the screen, you can find so many terms. Serawa, Popir, Bihu, Muashu, Loshum, Cham, Zero, Rongali Bihu, Mopin, Cymbals, Bohag Bihu, Chapcharkut, Bembo Clapper, Hornbill, Ningal Chakoba, Kati Bihu, Bhogali Bihu, Drums, Wangla, Karachi Puja, Kongali Bihu, Pepa, Horns, Gongs, Drums, Dhol, Shagadawa, Tihar. So these are the typical terms. These are the names. You know that perhaps. The names of 3 different categories of 8 different states. Now we have discussed about the festivals of 8 different states. I am giving their names one by one as was given in the topic. Now your duty is to concentrate on these terms and put them in the appropriate categories, 3 categories. If you look at all these things, there are some who are the names of festivals. There are some others who are the names of dance forms, isn't it? And there are some other, they are in the musical instrument category. So 3 categories are given. Try to arrange state-wise. Okay, state-wise, try to arrange. Now, here, look at your screen. I have written all the names of all the states, all the 8 different states. Now, just I am reading out the names of the states. One is Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Tripura, Nagaland, and Sikkim. These are the 8 states. Now, in the column 1, you need to put the festivals, and in the column 2, you need to put the dance forms, and in the 3rd column, obviously in the 4th column, you need to put the name of the musical instruments. Okay? Musical instruments used during the celebration of festivals. Okay, let's go. Now, Assam. The festivals of Assam are Bihu, Rongali Bihu, Bohag Bihu, Kongali Bihu, Bhogali Bihu, Kati Bihu, and Magh Bihu. Isn't it? 7 names. And under dance form, the dance form related to the Bihu festivals of Assam is only one, Bihu. Bihu dance. Isn't it? Okay. Now the musical instruments. What about the musical instruments used in the Bihu dance? They are bembo clapper, dhol, pepa, cymbals. Okay, these are the 4 prominent musical instruments. Maybe there may be some other musical instruments as well, but as mentioned in the topic, these are the 4 musical instruments used in the Bihu dance while performing the Bihu dance, isn't it? Okay. Now let us talk about Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh, the next state that was discussed in the topic was Arunachal Pradesh, if you remember. And what were the festivals of Arunachal Pradesh that were discussed in this topic? They were 3. One is Zero, second one is Mopin and Loshar. Loshar, Mopin and Zero. These were the 3 festivals discussed in a particular paragraph of the topic. Now, the dance form, if you remember, dance form related to the festivals of Arunachal Pradesh, Popir dance. There was no mention of musical instruments in that particular paragraph. Not that they do not use musical instruments. All the states use musical instruments, but there seems to be no specific musical instrument. Okay. Now we talked about then the Manipur state and the festivals of Manipur. What were the 2 prominent festivals? One is Ningal Chakoba and second one is Cheraoba. Ningal Chakoba and Cheraoba. So they dance, but no particular term is being given to their dances, and similarly they use musical instruments, but there is no mention of musical instruments of Manipur. Next, after that we discussed about Mizoram. Mizoram, only one festival was discussed, if you remember. What was that? That was Chapcharkut. And in Chapcharkut they dance, they perform dance, unique dance, which the name of which is not mentioned, but they use gongs, drums and cymbals. It is mentioned. They use gongs, drums and cymbals. Okay. Now next we visited the Meghalaya state. We had a visit of Meghalaya state where we discussed about two festivals. Okay. One is Wangla and another is 100 Drum Festival. That's the name, Wangla or the 100 Drum Festival, where they also dance, but the name of the dance has not been mentioned. Maybe an ordinary dance, a local dance, but the musical instruments they play, along with all other musical instruments, horns and drums are mentioned in that paragraph, if you remember. Now, next we talked about the Tripura festival, the Karachi Puja. Karachi Puja, that's performed with pomp and joy. And next, after that, in 3 paragraphs, we discussed about the festivals of Nagaland. In a paragraph, we discussed about the Moasu festival, the New Year festival, and in the next paragraph, we discussed about the Hornbill festival, the famous Hornbill festival. And similarly, in respect of the state of Sikkim, we discussed about 4 different festivals. What are they? Sagadawa, Loshung, Loshar and Mopin. These were the 4 different festivals celebrated in Sikkim. And we also came to know about the particular dance form, that is Cham dance, Cham. Okay. So this could refresh our mind. So these are the different terms of different festivals, different dance forms and different musical instruments. Now again, let us have another activity to refresh ourselves before we go on to attempt all the objective questions and their answers. Now, what's that? Here is a matching activity. You can find on your screen a matching activity where there are 2 columns, column A and column B. In column A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms are given, 5 phrases are given, 5 words or phrases are given, and opposite to that, in column B also, the same 5 phrases are given. If you closely look at, you can find the phrases in column B are the alternative names of the words or phrases in column A. Okay, what Bhogali Bihu is otherwise known as, what Wangla is otherwise known as, etc., etc. Now let us attempt this. Now try to do it yourself. You can do, I know that. Okay, for your convenience, I am also doing along with you. Okay, let's proceed. Now, Bhogali Bihu, Magh Bihu, Wangla, 100 Drum Festival. Now, Rungali Bihu, otherwise known as Bohag Bihu. Okay, Sikkim takes the role of a little brother to the land of 7 sisters, isn't it? Okay, Kongali Bihu is otherwise known as Kati Bihu. So I have placed all these things before discussing the model multiple choice questions, only to make you refreshed. We have to recall all the things before you go to the examination. You prepare. So this should be a kind of preparation before we attempt all the model multiple choice questions with answers. Now, as usual, I am putting the question on the screen and you have to guess. You have to guess the possible answer of that question. Now, one by one, we will go on as long as we can. Now, your duty is to guess it. and before the answer appears on the screen. You have to, after it appears, you have to ensure whether your answer was correct or not. Okay, children? Let's proceed. Question number 1. The 7 contiguous states of Northeast India are called the land of A. 7 mothers, B. 7 brothers, C. 7 sisters, D. 7 daughters. Now, what is the answer? The answer is C. 7 sisters. Isn't it? Okay. Now, which of the following states of Northeast India is not a contiguous state? Not a contiguous state. Which one? Do you remember? Now look at the options. Option A, Assam. Option B, Meghalaya. Option C, Manipur. And option D, Sikkim. And the answer is option D. Very good. Option D is the answer. Okay. Question number 3. Many of the festivals of the states of Northeast India are based on dash. You have to fill in the blank with one of the 4 choices. Now, first choice, option A, animal sacrifice. Option B, agriculture. Option C, hunting. And option D, archery. Now, what is the appropriate answer? Correct answer? The correct answer is option B, agriculture. Isn't it? Okay. Now, question 4. Which Bihu festival of Assam marks the start of a new year? Do you remember? Now, 4 options. Look at the 4 options. A. Rangali Bihu. B. Kongali Bihu. C. Magh Bihu. D. Bhogali Bihu. And the answer to this question is A. Rangali Bihu. Okay. Next question 5. Which Bihu festival of Assam is observed in mid-January? Just recall. In mid-January. A. Bohag Bihu. B. Kongali Bihu. C. Rangali Bihu. D. Bhogali Bihu. The answer is D. Bhogali Bihu. Very good. Now, let's go on to question number 6. The Assamese dance during Bihu are performed with dash dash dash. Okay. Songs and leg movement. Songs and hand movement, option B. Option C, slow steps and hand movements. And option D, brisk steps and hand movements. Which one is correct? It's option D, brisk steps and hand movements. Isn't it? Okay. Now question 7. Which musical instruments are played during Bihu dance? Remember them. A. Dhol. B. Pepa. C. Cymbals. D. All of the above. Which one is correct? All of the above. All of the above means dhol, pepa, cymbals, all are used in the Bihu dance. Isn't it? Okay. Now question 8. What makes Arunachal Pradesh so beautiful? Arunachal Pradesh is a very beautiful state, isn't it? We learnt about it. Now how? A. Green paddy fields and pine-clad mountains. Option B. Mountains and forests. Option C. Forests. Option D. Mountains. Which is the correct one? Option A. Option A. Green paddy fields and pine-clad mountains. Isn't it? We have already understood that. Now question 9. Which is the New Year festival of Arunachal Pradesh? Remember, recall it. Okay, A. Zero. B. Mupin. C. Loshar. D. Mashu. Which one? The option C is the correct answer. Option C, Loshar. Okay. Question 10. Dash dance is performed in a Mopin festival. Do you remember? A. Bihu, B. Cham, C. Papir, D. Wangala. Which dance? Remember? Just you can do it. Okay, the answer is option C, Papir dance, isn't it? Okay. Now question 11. Which Manipuri festival binds and revives the relationship between married girls and their parents? Remember, recall it. Okay, A. Ningal Chakoba, B. Wangala, C. Zero, D. Chapcharkut. Which one? The answer is A. Ningal Chakoba, isn't it? Okay. Now, let's turn on to question number 12. Question 12 is the people of Dash celebrate the Chapcharkut festival. Chapcharkut. Now, the people of which state? The people of, okay, options are option A, Manipur, option B, Meghalaya, option C, Mizoram, and option D, Sikkim. The answer is option C, Mizoram, isn't it? Mizoram, the people of Mizoram celebrate the Chapcharkut festival. Okay, next question, question number 13. Wangala is known as Dash. Again, you have to fill in the blank. Wangala is known as Dash. Now, A. 100 Drum Festival, B. Music Festival, C. Harvest Festival, and D. Spring Festival. Which is appropriate? Which is correct? The correct answer is option A. 100 Drum Festivals. Okay, question 14. Who beat the drums in Wangala Festival? Who beat the drums? Okay, option A, women, B, children, C, girls, D, men. Who? It's D, men. Very good. D, men. The men beat the drums and the women sing, dance to the tune of the music, isn't it? If you remember. Okay. Now question 15. Karachi Puja is held in, okay, where? Where is Karachi Puja held? Option A, Imphal. Option B, Gangtok. Option C, Puran Haveli. And option D, New Agartala. Which one? The answer is option C, Puran Haveli. Puran Haveli is the answer to this question. Very good. Next question 16. Dash deities are worshipped in Puran Haveli during Karachi Puja. Dash deities, dash. You have to put the appropriate correct number. Now the numbers are given in different options. Option A 14, option B 16, option C 12, option D 13. Which is the correct one? The correct one is option A. Option A 14. 14 deities are worshipped, isn't it? Okay. Next, question 17. Which festival of Nagaland is celebrated mainly in villages? Mainly in villages. Which festival? Option A, Wangala. Option B, Mapin. Option C, Hornbill. Option D, Moashu. The correct answer is option D. Option D, Moashu. Good. Now, question 18. Which Naga festival is named after a bird of the state? Which Naga festival is named after a bird of the state? Okay. A, Mopin. B, Hornbill. C, Wangala. D, Lasso. Which one? The correct one is B, Hornbill. Hornbill. The Hornbill festival. Okay. Now next question, question number 19. Question number 19. For how many days is the Hornbill festival celebrated in Nagaland? For how many days? Number of days you have to give. Is it A 7, B 8, C 9 or D 10? Which one? It is D 10 for 10 days, isn't it? Okay. Now the next question. Question number 20. The soul of Naga festivals are in A. Dances and dress, B. Songs and dances, C. Music and song, and D. Music and dances. Which one? Which pair is correct? The option B. Songs and dances. The soul of Naga festivals are in songs and dances, isn't it? Okay, let's try question number 21. Most festivals of Sikkim are based on A. Buddhism, B. Jainism, C. Sikhism, D. Christianity. Which is the correct answer? You know, most of the Sikkimese people belong to Buddhism. So the answer is option A, Buddhism. Isn't it? Okay. Now, Dash festival commemorates the birth, enlightenment and death of Lord Buddha. Do you remember? Option A, Sagadawa. Option B, Loshung. Option C, Loshar. Option D, Tihar. So the answer is A, Sagadawa. Isn't it? A, Sagadawa. Now question 23. Which of the following is a correct sentence? Look at the screen very carefully. I couldn't hardly do any work. Option A. Option B. I hardly could do any work. Option C. I could hardly do any work. Option D. I could do any work hardly. Which is correct? The correct one is option C. I could do any work hardly. Okay. I could hardly do any work. I could hardly do, because hardly is to be used after the auxiliary verb, first helping verb. Okay, that's a grammar point. You must remember. Okay, let's go on to question 24. Which of these sentences is correct? A. Sikkim is a state in the northeast region of India. B. What did you see there? C. People pray God for a rich harvest. D. Loshar is a New Year festival. Look at, it's very interesting. If you listen to all these four sentences, all of them seem to be correct. But if you write in this way, only one among them is the correct one. Can you pick out the one? It's option D. Loshar is a New Year festival. New Year festival. All the words are correctly written here. But in other sentences, the homophones, wrong homophones are used. Just as in sentence A, instead of R-E-G-I-O-N, R-E-A-S-O-N is written. In sentence 2, S-E-E was to be written, but S-E-A is written, isn't it? In sentence C, P-R-E-Y is written. That's not correct. P-R-A-Y must have been that. Okay. So you must be careful while writing the spellings. Okay. Now question 25. The story is based as a real incident. There are prepositions, you have to use them correctly. Okay. Option A, on. Option B, off. Option C, to. Option D, with. And the appropriate one is option A, on. Okay. Question 26. The celebrations help dash the natural talent of people. Okay. A. Bring in. B. Bring out. C. Bring back. D. Bring down. All these are phrasal verbs. Which is the appropriate phrasal verb, correct phrasal verb to be used in this sentence? That's option B. Bring out. Bring out the natural talent. Okay. Next. Question 27. A thief stole her purse. Which of the following is the correct passive form of this sentence? A thief stole her purse. Option A. Her purse was stolen. Option B. Her purse is stolen. Option C. Her purse has been stolen. And option D. Her purse had been stolen. Which one will be correct? Option A. Her purse was stolen. You need not write her purse was stolen by a thief, because by a thief is obvious. So we need not use the by phrase here, isn't it? We have already discussed about that in our previous session. Okay. Now question 28. The teacher became angry. He shouted and made her stand for 5 minutes. Which of the verb in this sentence is non-finite? There are various verbs. There are so many verbs. 4 verbs I remember. Now, which of them is the non-finite verb? Pick out. Now, is it option A, became, option B, shouted, option C, made, option D, stand? Which one? Which one is the non-finite verb? The non-finite verb is option D, stand. Isn't it? Okay. 9. Houses are made dash bricks. A, in, B, with, C, of, D, from. The answer is C, of. Houses are made of bricks. Okay. Now, next question number 13. 30. Paper is made dash pulp. In, A, option B, with, option C, of, option D, from. Here the answer is option D, from. Why so? Because pulp is a different thing, paper is another thing. If the form altogether changes, then we say made from. But in the previous question, bricks are always present in houses. So we can say houses are made of bricks, paper is made from pulp. Try to understand this. Okay. Now let's go on to question 31. The meaning of region, region is A, one of the areas, option B, cause, option C, scenery, option D, tribe. Which one is the correct one? Option A. Very good. Option A. Region means one of the areas. Okay. Now, which is the opposite in meaning to effective? Effective. Is it A, ineffective, B, disaffective, C, ineffective, or D, defective? Which one is correct? The correct one is option C. Very good. Option C. That's the appropriate and correct answer. So you could now understand how to attempt. These are some of the examples. You can get as many multiple choice questions as possible. Pick them out for yourself. Practice it and become perfect. You see, success, there is no shortcut to success. In order to be successful, you must work hard. Yes, I hope this session was a bit useful. Now try, my children, my dear children, try hard and get the maximum marks, and just always work hard, be healthy, be safe. Okay, children, thank you so much. Okay, see you again.